Bum, 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 bum. The Peter Dislike Show. Bum, 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 bum. Please continue to pray for success with my Lego Ideas project by leaving a dislike on this video and going to my first of submission at Lego Ideas. It was of the Palace of Culture and Science by going there and leaving a dislike on there as well. Well, you can't. You could just support it. But a few more notable builds as of late. I had to redo a few parts of the capsule hotel build. This is a capsule hotel that was in Tokyo until 2 years ago. It was demolished because of lead paint or asbestos concerns. And but some of the capsules were kept in a museum. I hope to go see one someday. But I'm glad Lego rejected it at first because I figured out a couple of things I could do about the doorway entrances, and I figured out how to put some trees in the build as well. And also I got the antenna a little bit more accurately this time around. There's actually a little ramp that, or not a ramp, but like a stand next to the antenna. So I like getting these little details right, and also the scale of the building. So this one has 1,027 pieces. If anybody could recommend a good number that's around 1,027, I like to make my builds out of a number that has meaning to it. This is an ancient board game called the Royal Game of It's kind of an ancestor of backgammon, and it's all about racing around the board. And I've looked at some ancient sets and got the art decorations using different Lego pieces. That's what I'm most proud of in this set. The only thing that was a little bit tricky was that obviously Legos come in different numbered pieces, and it's getting the numbers to line up correctly was a little bit tricky. You can see that all the sides have all of these pieces in them. Let's see how much this thing would cost to put together. Model info. 230, which is considerable considering how small it is, right? It's only 7.5 inches by 15 inches by 2 inches high. It weighs about 4 or 5 pounds, right? So it's considerably expensive for what you get. Like I said, if Lego were like a metal, it would sell for like precious metal kind of prices, right? Some decorations, and it's got 661 total parts. Uh, okay. I'm going to put together. Well, here's another tower that I recently. Here's the Sears Tower. And what I really like is that all of the towers so far, I've used more or less the same scale, 500 to 1. So in theory, one of these days, if I start making more buildings around the world, I could start putting together a Lego Earth, right? Although 500 to 1, the Earth has a diameter of 8,000 miles. My build would have a diameter of 16 miles, right? It would take up a whole town, right? Although individual cities might fit into various displays, right? You could probably do a New York, a Chicago, a Tokyo, a Taipei. You could probably do that, right? This is Coconut Palace. I'm starting. It's obviously just a few pieces right now, but I figured out how to put together a hexagon. Coconut Palace in Manila is full of hexagons like that. This is a temple in India. I cannot pronounce the name. Gumbad, and apparently one of the emperors is buried in there. Now, one of my favorite movies growing up was Home Alone. In Home Alone 2, Kevin checks into the Plaza Hotel. Ooh. Kevin checks into the Plaza Hotel, and this one's got over 3,000 pieces so far. But don't worry, the big one probably won't have that much. I usually build these, the actual one that I finish with probably won't have as much. I usually do these builds in 3 stages. The first one is just to get the geometry right. So a lot of small pieces, and then I start consolidating into bigger pieces, and then I might rescale everything at the end, right? If depending on how many pieces, if there's too few or too many, right? So right now I'm just getting the geometry right, the measurements, and a lot of these pieces will probably consolidate after. After all, you don't want to pay for all those small pieces. Let's see how much this thing costs so far. Uh, Over almost $3,000. But I like the size of it. Again, the same ratio, 500 to 1. So in theory, after I'm done with this, I'll have the entire the former World Trade Center complex, the Plaza Hotel. I might do the Empire State Building next. So feel free to suggest a couple of buildings. I love the Plaza Hotel. I used to pass by it on my way to work. I would walk past it, and I would pretend to be Kevin ordering the room for his father. And another notable event in the Plaza Hotel was 7 years before the movie. Some leaders all around the world gathered there to devalue the dollar because the dollar was way too strong. We were having transitory deflation at the time, right? And it was a big concern because it made our exports really difficult, right? This is the Peter Dislike Show. Bum, 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 bum. The Peter Dislike Show. Bum, 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 bum.